Hey everybody, this is Jeff Beers. Welcome to the 40 Finance channel. And today I'm looking at one of my primary dogs holding that I have in the stock market, and that is Turtle Beach. Here's stock. I've covered it a few times on this channel and this thing just keeps dropping. So the question today is, how far will it fall? Let's jump in. All right, so Turtle Beach right now is trading just over $9. And it has an unbelievable PE ratio of 3.56. So I don't care what industry you're in, airlines, retail, if you're running at 3.56, you're doing a pretty good job. The forward PE jumps a little bit to 8.43, and that has to do somewhat because of an acquisition they have coming up, which we'll get into in a minute. 52-week range on Turtle Beach, okay? Are you ready? $8.76 up to $34. So a wide range of possibilities with Turtle Beach. And unfortunately for me, I'm sitting at a cost basis of about $16 or $17. So I'm still down in the money. You see that the high period came approximately last June or July. That's when you got to the $34.50. And it's been downhill ever since. Not all of this is attributed to stock performance. You still had things like the video game collapse of December, which still hasn't really recovered. You always have China. You always have the president. So it's been a rocky road. But the big news for Turtle Beach came back in January sometime, where there was a big short seller movement. The CEO sold a lot of stock in that time period. You had short sellers just piling on the stock and seemingly influencing the turn of the stock, and that really crushed it in January and February. And now you're coming out right now. They just did their Q1 earnings about 2 weeks ago, and there was some year-over-year declines on some of the metrics, but there was a lot of bright news too, which I'll get into in a second. The bottom line is you got sort of a 50% market manipulation and just some downhill speculation by a lot of investors that has really hurt this stock. I'm sticking with it though, and I'll show you why right here. All right, so here are the key things to know about Turtle Beach. This coming from a guy who studied the company quite a bit. So number one, the reason that we had a dip in Q1 is because the console market as a whole slowed in 2019, okay? Most of you are familiar with the game Fortnite. It had a massive impact on Turtle Beach's headset sales, okay? It led to monstrous profits. It led to just the incredible growth for the company that was actually ahead of the projection the company originally had. So Fortnite, the Fortnite phenomenon, really pushed Turtle Beach a year or two ahead of their actual financial plans. However, when you get a jump like that, the next quarter, the next year, when Fortnite starts to die down, okay, console sales are naturally going to fall because that was just like a one-time event as far as a game going from nowhere to the top of the list. There are a lot more of those games coming out in the future, as well as new consoles coming out in 2020. Those releases will obviously reignite the headset market. And I think generally speaking, what you're going to see is Turtle Beach is just in a real tough comp time where they have to go against sort of a one-time event. And it looks bad on paper, but it's really not. Next, you got the pending acquisition of Roccat, which is a PC hardware designer. They make specialty keyboards, headsets, mouses, things like that for PC gamers. This is an industry that Turtle Beach was not in. And now with this acquisition of this company, which is still pending, but they get this German engineered hardware creator that gets awesome reviews and makes A+ stuff across the board. And this should really open up a new market for Turtle Beach and provide instant revenue, because this Roccat company is already doing well in sales, but now they get the distribution that Turtle Beach already has in place. And the next thing to keep in mind, which is huge in my opinion, Turtle Beach just paid off all their long-term debt near the end of Q1. So the long-term debt that they had acquired to grow their company, to grow their intellectual property, they made those final payments here in 2019, and they're already building up a nice cash reserve. And to kick it all off at the end, guys, there's a $10 to $15 million stock buyback program that the board has just approved. It will be rolling out anywhere between today and through 2020, right? So it's not the same thing as Apple buyback, which is billions and billions and billions of dollars. But Turtle Beach is definitely in the market to pull back some of their shares because they know at this price it's a great deal. All right, so looking ahead from the TipRanks top analysts on where they think Turtle Beach will go from here, and it's a pretty obvious sign. You got 3 strong buys from 3 of the top analysts. You got a high price of 26 and you got a low price in the 24 range. So there's definitely word on the street that Turtle Beach is an undervalued stock right now. I'm going to get in here shortly in the 9 and 10 range to just try to bring my cost basis down. I hope to get it down to about 13 and see from there. I'm sitting back. I'm sitting back and waiting for a time where I know this company will succeed, and that is, of course, Q4, which is the holiday time period. And then into 2020, you have a Google Cloud gaming system launch. You have the new PlayStation coming out. There's also a new Xbox, I believe. The next gen of consoles comes out in 2020. I'm going to try to buy as low as I can, get a good cost basis, then throw it off to a corner somewhere and wait for this company to turn around, at least from a stock price perspective, turn around, because they're really not doing anything wrong here. But I'm really bullish on the future. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that quick look at Turtle Beach. It is down, down, down big since I bought it, but that's okay because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I think right now the low is here, which is the, that 850 range. Please like the video, subscribe, share with your friends. I really do appreciate all your support. I'll see you on the next video.